So we were walking in the woods, and you couldn't really miss this because it was just so stunning. This is called Laetoporus sulphureus. It is a species of bracket fungus. Now I'm taking this from Wikipedia, all right, so I'm hoping that the information is correct, and I'm also hoping that I've actually got the correct fungi. I've done some research on this, and this is the closest I can actually get to it. The fungus that grows on trees found in Europe and North America. Its common names are crab of the wood, sulphur polypore, sulphur shelf, and chicken of the woods. Its fruit bodies grow as striking golden yellow, shelf-like structures on tree trunks and branches. Old fruit bodies fade to pale beige or grey. The underface of the fruit body is made up of tube-like pores rather than gills. And there's some more information there. Just want to go down the bit which I was interested in was, is it actually edible? And we go down here to palatability, and it says here, due to its taste, Laetoporus sulphureus has been called the chicken polypore and chicken of the woods, not to be confused with Grifola frondosa, the so-called hen of the woods. Many people think that the mushroom tastes like crab or lobster, leading to the nickname of lobster of the woods. The authors of Mushrooms in Colour said that the mushroom tastes good salted in butter or prepared on a cream sauce served on toast or with rice. It is highly regarded in Germany and North America. Young specimens are edible if they exude large amounts of clear, pale yellow, watery liquid. The mushroom should not be eaten raw, although certain species of deer consume this type of mushroom. By all means, like I've done, film it. Try not to touch. It could be poisonous, not venomous. It could be poisonous. So please, 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 do not eat this mushroom. Otherwise, it could be the last thing you eat for a long time. There we go. Anyway, I just thought I'd add that into the video. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. Thank you. Morning. I'm okay, yourself, how are you?
You look like a man with a pole.
Oh yes, I am indeed. A rather large one.
Yeah.
Nice bit of wood, I can take that home and work on it.
Oh, cool.
I'll give me something to do this afternoon, you see. How you keeping there, my man?
Good, good. I'm just looking at it. The sun's going to be a bit hot today.
Yeah, where are you going to move then?
Well, sometimes I sit there, but I was just looking. Thing is, not this tree over here
Right.
was there. It was a good afternoon
Yeah,
catching, like at
right.
about 2 o'clock. Hi, Sarah. And
Hi.
how you doing? And but I
Getting full sun now, aren't you?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I have brought poles over, and I've got like a canopy thing because I know anything that I put up here full time, you know, some sort of a structure or something is not going to stay. It will get pulled down. Not by the ranger,
No, just
but by kids.
Yeah.
I need to dig out. So I've got a tick in me there the other day. And
It's a tick, is it?
I'll get lots of ticks. I tell you, do you not get ticks on you?
I haven't. No, no.
yeah.
Don't know. You've got to be careful because you get Lyme's disease from
Oh,
them.
I've had them throughout sitting over here. Sometimes even like the other day, I had one walking on my tiny little thing. And then when I was going home the other day after I'd seen you, I was sitting at the traffic lights and I was, oh, there he is. But he was a small one and he was right in there.
You got in there, didn't you? You've got to try and get the mouth out, haven't you?
Oh yeah, but we had a bit of a dig the other day. It just gets itchy, you know. That's all right. Life is short. It's good. I met a guy this morning on the way when I was walking. His name's Chris. He says he knows you. He's also a Christian man.
Yeah, it must be the guy I sent up here then.
Because he said...
The other day.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I said to him...
Nice guy, actually.
Yeah, he is.
Really nice. He's retired. Not long lost his... Well, lost his wife a few years ago and his dog died last
How
year.
is that?
Yeah, really nice man.
Yeah, I said to him, come over and sit and talk with me. You know, because he said, are you the guy that does the bowls over there? And I said, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And I said, well, don't keep walking past, come over, have some coffee and sit and talk. Yeah. So how are you people keeping okay?
Yeah, we're okay, thank you. She's got a sling off now, so that's good.
Oh, yes.
Happy about that. So, yeah. We're okay actually, Dino. Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah. We'll see what the changes are that will
I
come.
don't think there'd be much. to
No.
be fair.
I just like it that we can go back and see our family again, you know.
Yeah.
Sit and have some coffee and...
Well, just have a chat really,
Cook
just to
some
see how
meat
we are. Yeah.
I don't know what they're bringing because it's the death toll is still too high.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they say.
So that
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, you know,
I think
I've
they made
got
a rod for their own back.
I've got my own suspicions
You
what's
can
going
only
on
know
there,
what they
Dino.
say, so I mean, what else?
Apparently, most deaths have been put down to COVID-19, and they're not even being checked for it, allegedly.
And you watch that thing that I put on Facebook, that woman, she's a virologist in America. I mean, she was saying, I'm not sure, but in America she was saying that, no, it wasn't her, it was other doctors, that when people are brought into the hospital, if they say that it's a COVID-19 person, straight away they get extra money for
$13,000.
and as soon as that person has to get a ventilator, it goes up more. So
Yeah.
You were
They-
saying that earlier.
yeah,
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. It's a right con, isn't it?
you know, I don't.
Is that another one, is it?
No. I don't say that these things aren't happening,
Yeah.
but I think a
They
lot
really-
of it, and the
Yeah.
people panic.
Yeah, they do.
People
Yeah.
panic about it, you know.
They
And,
do.
but it's good that we're aware of these things around. But I mean, yesterday I was talking to a chappie. He's an black African guy. He lives in our apartment block, Columbus. He comes from my country, Zimbabwe. And him and I are talking about it and so on. And he does taxi driving and some other care work and so on. But he was saying that another guy that goes to their church is from Ghana. He goes, good morning. And anyway, he had died from it, you know.
Oh, really?
But then he said,
That's
he
sad.
said, but this guy, he had complications
Yeah.
with his heart and that, and he was
Yeah.
slightly obese as well.
Well, what actually killed him was probably a heart attack.
Attack.
But because he was diagnosed with
They
COVID-19,
chuck it in,
they put that as a death
It's like
on the death
woman,
certificate.
this virologist said, you don't die from COVID-19.
Yeah, you die with it.
With it, that's right.
Yeah.
And-
You die with it.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
she was saying where people in America, again, she's American, she said where they went and closed the beaches, she said that's the best place for people to be.
So salt water.
Getting the salt water and
So-
stuff in the sand
Yeah.
is our natural That's where we get small doses of
A lot of
minerals.
doctors,
immunities from
Yeah.
Minerals
to
and things,
fight all
a,
these
a
things.
lot of doctors are now realising what's going on, and they're going against the status quo.
Yeah.
There's a backlash going on now.
But you see that also the government's caught now. They've trapped themselves
Yeah,
where
they
they went
have.
and added everything else in. And now they say, oh, we would like you to not stay at home. This morning I was thinking about my wife Felicity and I, we do like a daily devotion together in the mornings and read and
that's
pray
great.
and so. And while we were talking, I was sitting and I was rubbing my arm. And you see this lump over here, this scar. But, my father-in-law always said our bodies, when we have an injury, it leaves a tombstone. That's like a reminder of what happened there. And this bump, as I
scar.
was rubbing it, I thought, that's a reminder of
Yeah.
when I injured myself back. It was about 19. We came at age about 88. There was a machine, and I had my arm close to it, and man, I could have ripped my arm off, and praise the Lord, it didn't. But it hooked me like that. And as I was rubbing it like that, and so with you,
Yeah.
as things happen sometimes,
Yeah.
something will ding.
It's a
And that memory
reminder.
will come
It's
back.
a reminder. When you get reminded of something,
Yeah. I'd sit there for about time.
when you get, it brings it all back again.
Oh, it does,
It's
yeah.
like
You
it's like
relive it,
driving a stake straight back in your heart again.
Yeah, you relive it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as much as what people can encourage you and talk about it, it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it stays there. And my father died when I was 2 years old, so I never really knew.
Really.
But praise the Lord, I had a good
Wow.
stepfather.
Yeah.
I mean, we were 3 children when my mother married him, and then they had my younger sister who lives in Australia. But I always sort of think, I wonder what I've met a few people through the years, and you know, when you're young, you don't think of these things.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I wanted to meet men that would have worked. He was electrocuted at work, and always wanted to
Know
what
about him.
him. You know, my
Yeah,
mother
yeah.
would tell us again, you know, this and that and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I wish I could just sit with him for an hour and tell him.
I would give anything to sit with my dad for an hour, my mum for an hour, pretty much.
And just,
Yeah.
I wish I could just let him know that things worked out okay.
I might get about, let me think, 2 fists. So I'll lose the end bit there.
Yeah.
So we're looking 1,
That's a nice bit of wood.
yes, lovely, 2,
Oh, is this what you do? For
yeah,
the
3,
things?
4, get 5, 6, 7, oops, 8. Get about 9 out of that, chop
Yeah.
the end off there.
Okay.
Then what I'll do, I'll clean that up and get all the moss off.
Yeah, but
With
just leave the bark on, eh?
Leave the bark on, completely leave the bark on, because that's its main asset.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do then,
Yeah.
I'll clean off the bark. Then I've got my machine,
Uh-huh.
well, it's just a hand plane really.
Right. Just
I'll plane that, make a bit of an edge, and then
just a bit of a flat.
I'll leave it, yeah. So and then what I can do is then put my holes in it, and everything comes off of that really. Just a matter of just smoothing off really and just sanding that down. Don't want to do too much. I want to try and keep it sort of fairly natural. So here you go. So what I'm going to do now, stick some varnish on it. Let them dry in the sun. Have a lovely day today, and then tomorrow that will just be, it'll be just gleaming, it'll be shining nicely, and then I can as and when the time comes, drill the hole, put my twig in, and pretty much the finished article then. So there we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, there's about 9 in there. 9. So they've just been freshly varnished, freshly cut, worked, smoothed down, varnished, and now I've just got to let them rest for a day or so, and then they're just be really nice pieces of wood really. I can really work with them and do something with them. So I'm just making myself a bit of a stock at the moment, just stocking myself up, so hopefully, you know, come when the lockdown's over and done with, I can get myself out there with my wares and start selling them on the street. I think it's got potential.